freaks. I'm here to give you a read straight from the hip with lots of lip. And we're continuing on with that wild card reading series for the Aries Full Moon lunar cycle that was ushered in recently, and how that's going to be playing out in each of the individual signs' lives as we move through this month of October, leading up to that grand crescendo of the eclipse cycle that was kicked off back in April, revealing to us things that we couldn't see before on October 25th, when we have that solar eclipse that ties everything up nicely with that new moon in Scorpio. So really interesting energies in play. It's a mixed bag. Some people are really enjoying this energy, they're vibing with it, they're feeling their flow. These are the people who got a head start on all of their integrative work, on all of their shadow work. These are people who've been working hard to sweep their side of the street clean. And then there's other people that are really struggling right now, and they're having some pretty intense towers. And it's nothing about, anybody being better than anybody. I feel like I need to bring this in because there's some kind of like harsh messages coming through on some of these readings. And I think you're seeing it across the board, with all the readers on YouTube. And that's because there's, a lot of energies in play, and it's a kind of pick what side you're on environment. All right. So that being said, the information I bring forward is to empower you. All right. None of us are perfect. We all have our stuff we need to work on. That's why we're here on planet Earth. It is a school. It is the school of life. And sometimes you're at the top of that wheel of karma, and sometimes it rolls on over you when you take your turn at the bottom, and we all take our turns, right? Ted just kind of snorted there. So, I felt like the need to bring that in, It is very much just like focus on your own path kind of atmosphere right now. Just really be mindful of the choices you make, how you move. How you move right now is really important. It's going to set the template for the cycle ahead. And even if you have made some mistakes, if you've had some challenges, if you made some wrong turns, if you need to make a detour, it's all good. Now's the time to do it. Now's the time to do it. It doesn't mean there won't be any karmic cleanup in those cases, but about being mindful about how you move. So we last left off with Pisces. That means we're going to head into Aries right now. Before we do that, I want to let you all know that when I bring these signs in, we're talking any major placement in the chart: Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. We're throwing in Mercury, Mars, just because of the action going into play. Mars will be going retrograde soon, okay? And Aries, that's your ruler, so that's pretty significant piece coming in right there, right? We're going to be going over old ground. Some Aries will be making directional reroutes. They'll be revisiting previous choices, wondering, was that the right choice? I'm just getting this download coming in with that Mars retrograde. Mars retrograde is really about don't make any impulsive decisions, okay? So now is the time to kind of just get a lay of the land, notice where your choices have carried you thus far. If you're not liking the lay of the land, then maybe it's time to flip it up and reverse it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Is it worth it? Can you work it? Put your thing down, flip it and reverse it, man. All right. So let's see here. We're going to dive right into Aries. Aries, I think you need to go and have some fun, man. That's just my initial hit. Aries needs to have some fun. Cross-watcher energy can come into these reads. I will be putting timestamps up after this goes live. It is pre-recorded though, okay? So I will be in the comment section though on the live chat to hang out with you all. So we can drop in if you want, okay? All right, let's just do this. Let's see what's in store. Oh, okay. Yeah, we see that there's a cycle ending here just on the split of the deck energy. Okay, we got your energy there, right there, Aries. That's Knight of Wands. Okay, Also Aries, Leo, Sagittarius with a fire sign energy. Something that was done and dusted is being approached. There's fast, swift movement to, I'm getting kind of like revisit a situation that had been put to an end. Looks like it was a pretty intense ending too with that 10 of Swords, okay? But there's something here that needs to be addressed. You know, usually the Knight of Wands is moving with passion and purpose, okay? So let's see what's going on there. I just want to give this a little bit of a shuffle, you know. Maybe you had to end a cycle to move forward. Maybe you've aligned with your purpose. Maybe you've aligned with your passion and you're ready to move forward. You know, I'm just noticing we got the Three of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Two stories here. This could be related to a third party situation. Maybe you were trying to decide between one or two people. Maybe you ended it with somebody. Maybe you're second guessing that. You want to approach this person. You want to get some movement in this situation. You want to get some communication going. Another possibility is there's somebody that you've had some kind of falling out with. Some kind of harsh words were exchanged. There's definitely hurt in this situation with that 10 of Swords there. Okay, that's never a pleasant ending. And you're wanting healing. You're wanting to create some kind of healing in this situation. So let's see what rolls out with this Aries. All right, what's coming up for the Aries collective with this lunar cycle kicked off by that Aries full moon throughout this present month of October. Aries sun, moon, rising, Venus, north node. What is coming up for the Aries collective throughout this present month of October? Okay, just got a couple cards coming up here and kind of like given over begrudgingly. So I kind of feel like you're in this place right now where you're playing your cards close to the chest, you know? You're not revealing a lot. I think there's definitely some choice that was made here. I'm seeing this really strongly. Look, we got the Lovers card, okay? This usually has to do with, you know, soulmate connections. We have to remember that when we're looking at soulmate connections, these can be people that just come into our life for a time to teach us important lessons on our path. They're not necessarily our person that, you know, we're going to spend our life with. But these are people that we definitely feel like a strong connection to. There's like soul tie connection there. And also the Lovers is about a choice, okay? It's about a choice. And we also see that there is divine interplay here, as well as, you know, this angel always reminds me of the angel of temperance, okay? Finding the balance. So some kind of karma needs to be balanced out. So what I've learned is that with the Lovers, it's always a matter of like karmic connections that need to be balanced out by making a different choice. Sometimes it's a matter of in a previous life, this person who's coming into your sphere had power over you. And you're in a position where you have to redress the power in this life, take your power back, equalize those scales, okay? There's many different reasons why these connections come in, and it's not always related to like romantic love either. This choice can be made in friendships. It can be made in life path directions. I do think this is somebody where something was going on online. I say that because we got the Page of Swords here, okay? And with the Page of Swords, it is coming in upright. So there's a sense of daring here as well. Maybe really trying to do something daring, maybe acting out of pocket, maybe acting somewhat impetuously. And this might have been related to something going on online. You might have been doing something that you knew was like a little kind of pushing the envelope online in communication. Maybe there's somebody you've been keeping your eye on online. There's usually some kind of like investigative, like checking out somebody's profile or hitting up the DMs. And there's something that's a little edgy, a little daring about it. Maybe it made you feel a little edgy or daring. I don't know, could have been related to a Scorpio, but we see there was an ending that came here. Something was put to an end. And I believe that it's in relation to this activity, somebody that you were connecting with online, okay? Yeah, I think that this weighed really heavily on you with the 10 of Wands. This is like real burdensome here, and I'm also getting like I'm getting kind of a funny message here, but you see all the wands, it like makes me think of somebody who's like given their wand to so many people, or vice versa, pick what side you're on. And it's become like a big mess that like what started out as edgy and fun and like, oh, this will be, you know, kind of kind of enticing, just sort of like getting that edge back in your life. Like you thought it was a good time. And I know maybe you felt a little bit like a player in a sense, but this is kind of like, this is a headache, It ended up being like a real burden, like trying to like juggle all these people. That's somebody's story. In another case here, I feel like this ending has weighed really heavily on you. Maybe there's something you're worried about. Maybe you're worried about like something coming to light or coming to surface in this situation. So there's just something that feels burdensome. And again, it could very well be related to a Scorpio. We do have this cups energy here. Okay. So that's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And in relation to this, like giving the wand to many people, this could also be a situation where there is an unexpected love child in the mix. With that Page of Cups. And notice there's like a little fish in the cup there, okay? It's like, there's something a little fishy here. There's something a little off. So this could be like a clandestine love child finding out that one of these people that it was like a casual connect is actually pregnant, or that you're pregnant after a casual connection. And now it's sort of like, oh shit, what do we do? What do we do here? I think that there's been some time trying to find the balance, okay, with Four of Swords. Like, I feel like there's been a pause on this situation. There's been some space, there's been some distance. I am picking up that a child is like heavily influencing this situation on some level. It may be that someone really wants to have children and you don't, or vice versa. It could be that somebody unexpectedly gets pregnant. So if you don't want to get pregnant and this hasn't already happened, do be mindful of doing what you need to do, so you don't run into these issues. It's very interesting here. I do feel like something needs to be balanced out, and I am picking up like a lot of child energy. Potentially, it could be two different children as well. I'll tell you why I'm saying that. Okay. So I'm seeing this temperance. So we got this double message about balancing something out, trying to do the right thing, understanding that there's been some level of unhealthy behavior in this situation that needs to be transformed. I am picking up kind of like this legal message, like maybe somebody needs to give some kind of child support, or there's an unexpected pregnancy. And so then there's a need for this like financial investment and kind of be held accountable. I feel like there's some level of legalities involved in this. I just say that because we have the Hierophant here. Okay. And for me, people always say spirit with the Hierophant. But I also feel like this is a big, like, it's kind of like the intermediary to spirit. It's like the priest. And it's also like establishment, like the man, like government, law, like this kind of stuff, authority figures. And right behind that, we have the emperor, okay, which makes me think like big daddy energy, big daddy stern energy, and also kind of the one who is holding the power in this situation. And Aries, that is your card. Now, in some cases, this could be related to a commitment or the need to make some level of a commitment because something is suddenly up leveled because there's a child in the mix, and this is very important. And this could be related to a Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay. This is any strong placement in the chart. Could also be in relation to a businesswoman. This, in a business capacity, this could be related to like choosing which path to go with a business pursuit. Either sticking with kind of like the tried and true, slow and steady wins the race, kind of very traditional way to approach a business proposition. Or it could be going with a more innovative, sort of out of pocket, fish out of water kind of idea that's very creative, and trying to decide which way to go. Trying to find the balance, maybe even between these two polarities. And in some cases, you know, it's related to romance, like I was saying, okay? But I'm getting both messages coming in here. And there might even be like a little bit of an intermingling of these energies. Do keep in mind when I'm bringing in those signs, it's any strong placement in the chart, all right? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, Mercury, Mars, packed house, all right? There's some kind of judgment going on here. So I believe there's something that involves legalities. Money is tied into this, but there's also some kind of emotional choice that needs to be made. And there's some kind of legalities that need to be hammered out. And it may be in relation to a child, maybe in relation to a couple children. We do see another child here, okay? Page of Pentacles, right? That's Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, all right? But there's this other child here too. I see two. I see two. And this could be one, but I don't know. You know, it could be a child that has both earth and water in their chart, but I'm really picking up like news that's a little unsettling when you hear it. News that's a little bit unsettling when you hear it about this other child. Like it's unexpected. That's what I get. Maybe there's also questions about who the father is. You know, there's this piece here. There's almost this sense that it was like, comes from something that you viewed more casually. And because it was something you viewed more casually, maybe you're not sure. Maybe you've kind of just been enjoying yourself, or the person that you've been involved with has been enjoying themselves with other people. I mean, I do see three people working together here, okay, with the Three of Pentacles. So could be a third party situation. And this also in a business capacity could be a third party that's come into the mix and wants to shake up the way you're doing things, you know? They have a different innovative idea. I'm picking up a lot of third party energy here, okay? Whether it's relating to you for business or finance, I feel like somebody's been giving to two people. Somebody's been giving to two people, okay? And this is coming to light. It's being exposed, and it's going to be exposed this fall. Yep. I'll tell you why, okay? So we got the High Priestess here, and the High Priestess often deals with things that have kept secret, all right? Things that are hidden. And right behind that, we have the King of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, okay? And remember, it can apply both ways. It can apply to business, or it can apply to romance, or it can apply to both. I'm picking up all three trains of this story, but we see two people have been working together here, okay? They share the same suit, right? But there's something clandestine here. Maybe it looks on the surface that like this is all business. Maybe it's something that developed through a work arrangement and led to something more with the Two of Cups. Now we got, you know, this Three of Wands energy, you know, somebody giving the wand to multiple people is what I'm getting here. And there was this sense that there would be some kind of forward motion in this situation, maybe that it would grow, maybe that it would lead to something more. And this can be in a business capacity, you know. Maybe there was a business partnership formed here. Maybe it looked like it was really solid, but some third party got brought into the mix. Something shifted up here. We do see either way, there's been an ending in this situation with the Ten of Swords, and a rough ending at that, okay? And it's because of this Six of Pentacles energy. Somebody was giving to more than one person. Look, there's the legal piece. Look, holding the scales here, okay? And then we see this person is in more of a powerful position. These two people are on their knees and he's giving out money. So there might be this piece there where maybe, you know, you've had people around you who didn't really value you. You know, so far we got Queen of Pentacles in the mix, Earth sign energy, and now we have Queen of Wands. And usually in a reading with like third party dynamics, when a Queen of Wands comes up, it's like the other woman, okay? Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy there, all right? I feel like there's been some harsh words exchanged here, and something's coming out. Somebody's going to get caught up in their shit. And I think there's a need to be careful in this situation with the Knight of Swords coming in, and right behind it, we got the Devil, okay, to the Five of Swords. Ugh. That's like really unhealthy. And with the Devil coming in with the High Priestess, I have to say it. This is somebody, and it very well could be a Leo, okay? Because look, the Devil came in right with the Sun, all right? The Sun is a Leo card. This could look like it's all sunshine and happiness and everything's so wonderful and grand. Look at I love the way these holographic cards are like casting the glamour, casting the illusion. But there's actually something really unhealthy here with the Devil energy. It's toxic. It's like ties that bind. You know, this could be like almost an addictive kind of connection. And for it to come in with the Five of Swords, this is betrayal. And I think something is going to come to light that's going to cause an argument. Some kind of harsh words are going to be spoken, man. And it's going to happen fast. With that Knight of Swords, that's a fast moving energy. And Swords is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So there may be somebody calling this out. Something comes to light and something gets called out. That's a possibility. We see something's going to happen here with the Ace of Wands. This is a new beginning in the fall. So something's going to go down in the fall in relation to this situation. And it has everything to do with some kind of confusion that has been cast, this glamour. And there are multiple options here. Somebody has felt very confused. They haven't been sure what's real. This may be you. This may be you, Aries. You may be feeling confused. With that Devil to come up, with the High Priestess, this very well could be somebody's done some kind of workings here. Somebody's done some kind of magical workings to cause confusion. You know, I don't know if you've been involved with somebody who rolls that way, but there's something here. Maybe somebody did, you know, some kind of like love working and they thought it was innocent, but they actually stirred up some fuck shit. You know, that's a possibility. I want to get a little more information on this. I think you saw something in this situation. I think you've been doing some healing. You got King of Cups energy here. Again, water sign energy. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And we have right behind that, we have the Chariot. Okay, so Cancer energy coming in strongly. I feel like you saw something very clearly. Cancer, it does bear mentioning that Cancer is the archetype of the mother. So I don't know if there's like a child involved in this situation, but I think you saw something. I think you saw something, and I think you were able to come into this place of more logic, really looking at things in like black and white terms. Like you had been in this place of feeling really like overly emotional with the Seven of Cups, and that was kind of swaying you in all different directions. And you kind of like took a moment to look at things very plainly, and something was illuminated within the dark for you. Something was illuminated about, I believe, it potentially about a Leo. And I say Leo, I know this is an Aquarius card, okay? So it could be an Aquarius as well. But I'm picking up strong Leo vibes. I'm clued into the sun right here. That's kind of the highlight. It's like the light in the dark, okay? I feel like something was illuminated about this Leo because of that Queen of Wands energy that came in. And you recognize that there was something that needed to be brought to a completion, and bringing something to a completion in relation to this person brings success to the tune of victory here with the Six of Wands. All right. There's something that was completed. There was something that was brought to an end, but I feel like something is also coming to light. Like there is some truth coming out. Queen of Cups. All right. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. All right. So, you know, these energies with the cups coming in on the tail end of that devil energy with the High Priestess. You were either dealing with a really toxic water sign, or somebody who was being very manipulative emotionally, and could have been a mother. A mother could have been playing a role. Getting that really strongly. I'm picking up big water sign vibes and connection with this situation here. And I believe it's a messy situation, and it's been burdensome, and it involves money and too many players in the mix, legalities, children in the mix. And there's also like some kind of choice to be made between multiple parties. And which direction do I go? Do I follow a conventional route, or do I do something kind of risky and radical? You're trying to make up your mind about this with the Two of Swords. This is what you're going to be sorting through in October. But I feel like you're going to come to some conclusion with the Ace of Swords. And this is the truth. This is the truth confirmation card. It really gets things dialed in before winter time, which is winter solstice, December like 21st, 22nd. This might be related with all that legal stuff coming in, okay? It might be related to some kind of legalities, some kind of fight breaking out. You know, I do believe like something that's been hidden is coming to light. There's going to be some kind of argument about this. There's some type of competitiveness around this, flaring of passions that also leads to like flaring of tempers, all right? With that Five of Wands. But we see, you know, with that Ace of Swords there, it's like bringing things out into the open. A truth's going to be spoken. Stuff's going to be cut off that doesn't serve, and it preserves a legacy. It like preserves the finances. It, you know, preserves generational wealth, you know, is a big piece of this. And also having like a secure home and somebody to build that with. So this is a really interesting message. Yeah, it takes time though. It takes time. And in order to resolve this and secure your security and this happy like turnaround in this situation, which leads to the Ten of Cups in the end, Ten of Cups to the Ten of Pentacles. All right. It requires like moving slowly. Okay. Moving slowly and mindfully about what you're trying to preserve. What is important at the end of the day? What is foundational? And I believe, again, you know, we did have that Page of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles come in. And so I'm picking up a story. This thread is there for someone, so I'm bringing it in. I'm picking up a story that there are two children, and I feel like one child is a surprise child from like a love tryst, and the other child is a child that's been in the picture for a while, and I feel like this child has grown older. I'm picking this up with the earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, okay? And you're really wanting to, you know, put something away and have a strong like financial future for this child. This is very important to you. I feel like there is this like need to kind of like figure out some financial piece and legalities around this concerning two children. And one of these children is from like a third party dynamic. All right. That's what I'm getting. Okay. I think you've had to take some time out. You know, you've had to get really clear about your choices in this situation. And also get in touch with your soul a bit. Do a little bit of soul searching. All right. Because the 8 of Cups to the Hermit. All right. This is really about like getting to the deeper stuff of life, getting down to the heart of the matter. That makes me think of Dawn Henley, Heart of the Matter. Like maybe what's needed here is forgiveness, even if the person doesn't love you anymore, right? Okay. There might be something kind of like mentally, emotionally left undone that needs to be cleaned up in this situation to balance everything out. But it definitely has to do with security, it has something to do with finances. And it has also a lot to do with somebody trying to get away with something with this 7 of Swords that's not quite ethical. It's not right. It's not right. You know, in a romantic aspect, there's been some kind of cheating involved, and there's been some kind of deception and manipulation. And there's too many players in the mix. And I mean, we have one emperor on the board, okay? We have one emperor on the board. We have one strong masculine figure on the board holding it down. And then we have too many women in play, you know? Don't see any Empress energy on the board here, all right? The deck energy. Yeah, there's something really disappointing here, and it's caused by a third party dynamic. Potentially, it also could be caused by somebody having an issue with drinking. This is coming in really strongly here. We see looking down at the 3 spilled cups. But the problem here is that there's too much focusing and looking back at the past. There's too much regret instead of like turning around and moving toward what you really want, which is just somebody you can really count on and somebody you can grow with and build with the 2 of Cups that's on offer. Right behind you, which is actually in front of you if you would stop looking at the past. If you would stop brooding over things that can't be changed. You can transform this energy, Aries, okay, with the Magician here. This is your energy, the initiator. But it means you have to get off your ass and you got to do something. You can't just like sit and mope around. You can't just like get lost online or, you know, distracting yourself with hollow things. Like you got to pick up that wand and you got to direct it with action. You got to do something about it. And where you are needing to heal things, where you are needing to do any kind of healing work, you have that alchemical power. You can turn it around. And I feel like this is more about you kind of like transcending beyond maybe what used to provide fulfillment in the past, but you've now recognized that it's like self-sabotaging. It's not healthy. It doesn't help you. It doesn't help you progress to the next level in your life. And also, maybe there's been sort of like a toxic attachment to finances, to money in some way. Money at the sacrifice of, you know, the emotional rewards, emotional connection. There's also been a big piece about like, there looks like a lot of like sexual energy here. There's like a lot of passion. There's a lot of swords, a lot of like thinking, a lot of painful experiences, and there's like a lot of money, but there's not whole lot, of really fulfilling emotional cards until you're on the other side of this toxic energy. So I feel like you're trying to get to this place, you're trying to get back to the path with heart and get back to that place where you feel really fulfilled. And we see that there is, some type of spiritual connection here. And I think this is what you're actually wanting right now. You're wanting to grow spiritually. You're wanting like more of a deep connection that kind of goes beyond just like these sort of trappings, that goes beyond just like the sexual hookup or, just fun for the time being. You're looking for something a little more. And I believe you're doing some pretty intensive healing work. And I also think you're uniting these two aspects within yourself, these two archetypes, the magician and the high priestess. You're doing this work of, really getting in touch with the masculine, the feminine as archetypes, knowing when to take action, but also knowing how to fall back, how to be more receptive, how to be in touch with your feelings and how to express those feelings. And the high priestess is a lot of like doing that work of taking the subconscious and making it conscious to understand the hidden motivations and how they can sabotage. If we don't look at that stuff that we kind of swept under the proverbial rug for too long, then it starts to rule over our lives. And then we feel overwhelmed. Then we feel confused and we don't understand quite how we ended up in this place. So I see you going through a process where you're really overcoming a lot of the disappointments and the challenges in the past, and you're understanding the things that have tripped you up. And in particular, this might be in relation to some kind of unhealthy relationship you had where it involves some kind of third party dynamic, whether that third party was another lover or that third party was an addiction, or some kind of unhealthy behavior. There's something here you're transforming, and it very well could be related to a Leo. But what I see you doing is I see you coming into this place of really focusing on yourself. And your money is in your mainframe, like your mind is on your money. And I see you trying to look at a more fulfilling way to have that prosperity in your life. There's work you're going to be doing that's a little bit more aligned with what feels more like a soul calling, what really nourishes you. I'm getting like nourishment from it. And I don't know, it's interesting. Like I'm seeing all this like vegetation around here, and it may be something that involves you having more contact with nature, this work that you're going to be doing. For some of you, you're going to get into like herbalism, and working with holistic medicine. And this is something that's really going to inspire you. I just got like Chinese medicine. I'm getting that like working with the 5 elements, doing this kind of this healing work. You might even be seeing somebody who does this kind of healing work that's going to help you, and be a guide for you, help you transform. But I feel like this is something that's going to lead to self-employment. It's going to lead to you being independently owned and operated. It was 3838 on the clock when I said that. 1111, man. Big alignment energy. You're coming into alignment with more with what you're here to do, all right? And again, we got air sign energy coming forward, all right? And that's King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It has everything to do with you coming into this place of being very real with yourself and decisive. And I see you delivering a tower. Like something needs to come down and something needs to come up and out. Something needs to be exposed. It's absolutely necessary. It's been left hanging too long with the Hanged Man, okay? There's been enough deliberating, enough of an opportunity to look at things a different way. And I believe that this tower is like, it's like explosive, right? But there's almost like this joy in it, because what's on the other side of it is that new beginning that you wanted with the Ace of Pentacles, all right? That slow moving energy, it finally comes to pass. And we see this really coming to fruition in the spring. All right. Cut of the deck energy. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. One more cut of the deck on that. Any last little words? Yeah, you're going to move away from what causes you stress, what causes you worry. Again, look at mother and child. Mother and child in this boat. Look at all this stress and worry. The swords represent stress and worry. You know, it's time to move away from this, like, this state of unrest. There's some kind of turn of fortune coming. All right. The wheel always turns. The wheel always turns. And this change that's coming your way, it's going to lead you from troubled waters to a much smoother passage into this next chapter of your life. All right, Aries, that's what I got for you. All right, we're going to go on to Taurus now. I'm going to use a completely different deck. Completely different deck. I don't want to intermingle those energies. You can just have fresh energy in the Taurus read. There's no bleed over. Sometimes there's still bleed over. So you never know. It's always interesting when you do multiple sign readings, you know, sometimes there's bleed over. So, all right. Taurus Collective, Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, Mercury, Mars, or a packed second house, as in a stellium, 3 or more planets in the second house of Taurus. Even if they're in another sign, energy still can be in play. What is coming after Taurus Collective? Throughout this month of October, with this lunar cycle that was kicked off, with that Aries full moon coming to a culmination on October 25th, with the Scorpio new moon and solar eclipse that's tying up that cycle back in April, bringing to light what needs to be seen now. What is coming in for Taurus Collective in this lunar cycle? Strength, Leo energy. There's some challenge that you have at this time, Taurus Collective. There's something you're needing to overcome, and it's related to your past. There's something that you need to heal, and it requires that you have courage. And it requires that you don't face it with aggression, even though others might be acting aggressively toward you. It requires that you stay very balanced, that you stay calm, and that you have compassion as you move through this situation. But there is an opportunity to overcome something that held you back in the past and restore a balance of power. All right. Let's look into this. Taurus Collective, what is coming in for you throughout this month of October? How will this Aries lunar cycle affect Taurus in this month of October? What is coming in for Taurus Collective throughout this month of October? Whoa, okay. All right, let's see what we got going on here. We got like 3 cards that are kind of coming in as like a crossing influence. And then we have 2 that are sort of the basis of the matter. Huh. Okay, let me see what we got here. Well, oh gosh. This looks like a third party situation. There is so much of this in the collective right now. It's really like been so frustrating to read, but it's like coming up all over the place. All right. We see this very, very clearly. Okay. So this is like the basis of the matter that we're looking at here. We got 3 of Cups. All right. this is 3 different people's cup being filled and 3 people working together. So again, just like the Aries read, and an Aries may factor into this just because of this. This is different deck, almost same cards coming in. All right. So this is like there's business entangled with the emotional piece here. Definitely an emotional piece. There's one person who's giving to 2. Okay. There's one person who's giving to 2. And there's a financial piece involved. You know, it almost has like kept woman kind of energy to me. That's what I'm picking up. Like, what is that? Oh gosh, what was that movie with Demi Moore? Oh my gosh, Indecent Proposal. That's what it has. It has that indecent proposal vibe. We got here Page of Wands. Okay. So fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is kind of an immature sort of energy though. All right. This is like, there's not like a real heavy investment here. We also see that there's some kind of like sneaky behavior going on with this being paired with the Page of Swords. And this was acting as a crossing influence in your situation, which shows there might be something going on online. You know, you might be talking to somebody, you know, hitting them up in the DMs. I just got like exchanging like nudes, you know, dick pics, like sexual kind of, you know. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? This is something kept secret with the High Priestess coming in here. It's something happening behind the scene. I know I'm on the right track here because what do we got right here? We got Judgment. That's like, yes, that's what's going on. There's some intermingling of business and pleasure, and it's a third party dynamic. And there's something that's come to an end here with this Death card, all right? And if it hasn't come to an end yet, it will very soon. This is Scorpio card, so I feel like this is what's really going to be coming to a head as you move toward that Scorpio new moon on October 25th. Something's going to be illuminated. And this may have been a cycle that really kicked off for you back in April, and it's going to come to a head now. Because what wasn't seen before, all right, with the moon energy and what's been confusing is going to start to come to light. What was done in the dark will be exposed. There is a security piece here. There's a definite money piece here with the 4 of Pentacles to the 9 of Pentacles. Again, I'm picking up big, like, kept woman, sugar daddy, like, I don't know. I'm picking it up more on the feminine side. I'm not picking it up on the masculine side, but you know, you flip the roles as need be. Cross watcher energy can definitely come in. And we see that there's been disappointment and loss over what? Over third party dynamic. It is really, isn't that wild? Some of the same cards that came up in the Aries read are showing up in your read. Totally different deck. And you saw me shuffling the cards and using a new deck. So you may very well have an Aries factoring into your situation, or you might have strong Aries placement in your chart. Ah, look at that. The Lovers. Who's there? The Emperor. Same Emperor that popped up in Aries read. All right. This is like messages, might be like planning some kind of getaway, okay? But there's disappointment. There's an ending around this. Yep. Ooh, there is some dirty going on here. There's something that ain't right. Okay, so we see the 10 of Pentacles here. All right, there's a lot of money in this situation. There's a lot of money involved in this situation, as well as the King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I feel like somebody here has been waiting for money to come in with the 3 of Wands here. In connection to this fire sign energy. They see this is going to be the turn of fortune. Like there's something that shifts things here. All right. I believe that, yeah, I believe that this masculine, we're also having a King of Cups show up. Okay. This is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This person could have water and fire strongly aspected in their chart. All right. There's something about waiting for some kind of finance to come in, this turn of fortune that gets things moving. But we see you here, Taurus, with an earth sign energy, your counterpart. Maybe you think this person is your counterpart. Could have earth sign energy strongly aspected in their chart, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But we see right here, for some reason, you're feeling confused. Why are you feeling confused? I think you're feeling confused because you already got a partner. That's what it looks like. It looks like you already got somebody you've been building with. Queen of Pentacles to King of Pentacles to Ten of Pentacles. And here we got this confusion here, okay? Eight of Swords, feeling trapped, feeling stuck, feeling helpless. I don't know what to do. But actually putting yourself in that position. That's what it is with the Eight of Swords, all right? There's a need here to be very decisive and cut something off. This is just like the Aries read. Same card, in fact. This is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. You need to be discerning in this matter. You need to have strength. There it is again. Yep. I'm telling you, what you got going on here? Nope, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. This is not going to be every Taurus's read, but for some reason, this just wants to be called out. Okay? I feel like you've been trying to find your balance in this situation. You've been trying to focus on your healing, what you can grow for yourself. And maybe this person has been trying to send you messages. You've been kind of leaving them on red, ignoring them. All right. I feel like something's going to come to light, though. It's kind of a very similar track as Aries. Something's going to come to light. Juggling is what comes to light. All right. With this Two of Pentacles. And we see here, again, what is this magical piece? The Magician coming in with the Seven of Swords. This is somebody trying to work somebody, manipulate somebody to take something from them. Pick what side you're on. Either you're doing the manipulating or you're dealing with somebody who's manipulating you. All right, Taurus. This is your card, the Hierophant. Right, and I'm really cluing into the community here. Right, there's something like there's a lot of people involved in this situation. It involves more than just you. And I'm feeling like with the Seven of Swords and all this other energy on the board, like there's gossip going around. And for those who do move on an occult level, somebody's been doing some workings in this situation, and it's manipulative in nature. And it's not good. You know, it's interesting though. On the other side of this, we do have celebration and Two of Cups. I feel like there is a serious, committed love relationship in the picture here. Maybe even somebody that you see as having a future with, growing with, building up toward like a marriage, whether that's, actually tying the knot or whether it's more of a kind of like spiritual marriage. But somebody here is looking at options. Somebody here is trying to decide what cup they want to take. There's some kind of glamour cast in this situation. And we do see a Page of Cups energy here. So this could be an unexpected pregnancy because that came in the Aries read. This is one of these cases where in order to get your wish and what you're wanting, there's something you need to let go of with the Ten of Swords. Something is being illuminated for you with this lunar cycle. And just like Aries, you got the 10 of Swords. And there's something about accepting this ending here. It's almost like a be careful what you wish for, you just might get it. Like sometimes you get things and then you realize that it isn't what you wanted at all. And then you have to come to a place of accepting that and releasing and letting go. And that actually brings you the new beginning that you need, right? For some of you, you're getting pregnant or your person is getting pregnant. And this makes it necessary to cut out a third party because you realize things are heading to a whole different level. There's some truth that needs to come out here. There's some truth that needs to be spoken with this Ace of Swords and something that needs to be cut off. And again, it will come out by the winter time. Winter timing card. I see the pregnancy happening, fairly soon in the near future too with this Ace of Cups. That's a summer timing card. Okay. I see coming to fruition with a pregnancy in the summer. But there's some truth that needs to come out. A tower is going to fall. And a tower needs to fall in this situation because that's justice. With Libra's card coming out here, this is what brings the balance and leads to the new beginning. All right. With this Ace of Pentacles, spring timing card. Spring timing card. Look at the eggs in the nest, having a nest egg. You better start saving now. All right. With the Five of Pentacles, save up for lean times, man, because I see that some offer is going to have to be refused here with the Four of Cups. And it might put you in a little bit of a tough spot. If you're wise, you're going to start moving a little bit more cleanly here. You're going to be careful of who you invest in because this is like making a deal with the devil if you move towards this situation. You're being advised to move away from any clandestine dynamics because it could really screw up what could be actually a very happy future for you with a lot of good things on deck. Yep. Yeah. I'm telling you. Okay. Queen of Cups energy. It's giving me like pregnancy vibes. Okay. It's also water sign energy. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We already have the King of Cups here. So there's more than one couple involved in this situation. We see passions are what motivate. This is wanting to give the wand. This is like sex hookups. This is messages going back and forth with the Eight of Wands. Maybe even a lover's tryst that could lead to a pregnancy and a great big burden with the Ten of Wands. Something that super stresses you out because of what's growing, what's growing and what is withering at the vine as a result of what's growing. And I'm getting it as what's growing in the womb. Something needs to be cut off with the Queen of Swords here. This is like the truth talker. It's big Libra energy. You got a lot of Libra energy in your chart. It's also Gemini and Aquarius, all right? But there's something that needs to be cut off in this situation because the way it's being carried out is not cool. It's not right. It's not right. Get ready for it with the Nine of Wands because it looks like somebody's going to have to defend themselves in this situation and explain, why they moved the way they moved, right? This is like, people coming at you, right? I don't know what to say. It's kind of a rough read. One word cut of the deck. Yeah, you got to stop questioning if there's going to be growth in this situation. You need to let this go. You need to let this go before something really disastrous happens and a tower falls that sacrifices all the beautiful blessings that you've already secured for yourself. That's what I got. It's something about you needing to be grateful for what you have and recognizing what you've built for yourself and not doing things to sabotage it. and maybe understanding where that sabotage comes